Welcome one and all to another amazing night here in Tranquility.
We absolutely are in for a treat of a match here tonight, no question about it.
And the grenades from Pomku eliminate everybody on the field.
Now I'm just doing something as well. It's going to be a fly death block them, and it's going to be huge. Fighting three.
The double kill with the Bastion ulti? Alright, I see you guys.
For B-Well, look to find a stick there, finds the stick, they find two with it!
Those who find the picks will save the fight, and they don't really need to save what they've already won.
And Cam with the four-man punch off the map!
Experience tranquility.
Hello everyone, welcome to Tranquility. My name is CBF here. I'm joined by Clock tonight, and we're going to be bringing you the preseason finals. Ascendant tier, we got Volcanic. New season coming up with Tranquility. I mean, I think this is really a great opportunity for these teams to showcase, you know, what they're capable of and what we can expect going into the next couple of weeks when the actual season starts.
Yeah, Volcanic is likely to be a heavy favorite this season, along with Chicago Deepdish. They're probably going to be two of the teams that when the regular season starts that I expect to see more towards the top of the standings.
Yeah, most certainly. But so would you say Volcanic is more favored right now?
Honestly, today I would probably favor Volcanic more than Chicago Deepdish, but that's because I'm more familiar with Volcanic's roster, and I believe that the peaks for Volcanic are much higher than the peaks for Chicago Deepdish. And I feel like if Volcanic plays how they should, that they should run away with this.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good point. So I want to just quickly look at some of the rosters here we got. So on the side of Chicago Deepdish, I know we will not see Dabmaster tonight, but we got, is it Guild? It's GLD.
Gold, I think is how you pronounce that.
Okay. So we got Gold, Phone, I don't even know. Vix, or I see Phone is the Battletech. Vix, okay.
Vix
Flores.
is below Phone.
Vix, okay. So we got Vix, Flores, Farm, Brent, Stratus, Castier Light or Castier, Gap, and Dimitri. And then, well, we won't talk about it. We don't need to talk about the staff. But what do you know about this roster? Because I know Dab. I know him very well. Shout out to Dab. But do you know any of these players super well?
So a lot of people may or may not know Phone. She is a DPS player who has been playing Devil Dukes last season in the Trans tier, along with, I think that's it, actually. No, Dab was on Devil Dukes before. So a little bit of familiarity there.
Okay, yeah. Let's take a look at Volcanic's roster. Can you give me the rundown on that?
Yeah, so looking at the Volcanic roster, let me get that pulled up real quick.
Yeah, I need to as well. Yeah.
So you have Cam.
Here.
Cam was a former league MVP in the Trans tier. guy can basically play whatever role you want him to at a high GM level. He can play tank, he can play DPS, he can play flex support. He can pretty much play whatever you want him to. Aplom, a pretty good flex support player, along with Slimal at main support. We also have True Donger on the roster, who is a good flex support in his own right. We might see him in for some double flex. I'm not sure if it's Aplom or True that is starting at flex support. You have Azure. They are a really, really good hit scan player. Their team, last I knew, they were playing for, I think it was Timeless Ethereal in Calling All Heroes. I think it's more going to be more map dependent. Current Master, who is a main support player, very skilled main support player. Ton of respect for him, but most likely because Slimal is the captain of this team, we will most likely see Slimal on that main support role.
Okay. And I think there were 3 players we didn't mention, which was Recurve, Coconut, and then Tell Me Can.
So those are 3 that I'm not super familiar with, so I don't really know what to expect out of any of them.
I see Recurve is another flex player like Cam. And then we got Coconut on DPS, and then we got another flex in Intel. That's interesting. They have a lot of flex players on this team.
Yeah, they do. But I will say that does play into their advantage that they have guys who can play multiple roles. Like Azure, they are able to play... They're going to play primarily hit scan, but honestly, they have the mechanics that I would trust them on basically any role. And Recurve... not somebody that I'm super familiar with unless they're somebody that rebranded that I just don't know what their old name was. And then Tell, I just have no idea who they are, unfortunately.
Oh. Well, I want to talk about maps quickly. I think we're going to start on push. I know on Monday that's how it was. I'm not sure if that's the standard right now with the map pool, but what do you think people are going to start with? Honestly, do you think we'll go to Esperanza? I know that's probably my favorite push map, but I'm interested to see what these teams want to pull out. What do you think?
See, I'm not 100% sure if like there's a set first map for this or what the map type was for finals. I actually am not 100% sure, so I don't want to make an assumption and be wrong until we know what the first map is.
Yeah, the only thing I know is that on Monday it was push, but I don't know anything besides that. So
yeah, the maps have been different for each round of the brackets, so I'm not sure what.
Oh yeah, so.
But I guess we'll find out.
I guess we will. Well, we're still waiting right now to figure out what the first map is. Is there anything else that you think that people should know before we go into this map? Actually, never mind. We have the map now. It's going to be Lijiang Tower. So it is control. I was wrong, but what do you think about Lijiang, dear? Is there anything you know about these teams about like really liking Lijiang?
Honestly, it's kind of hard to judge, especially after we just had a major patch a few days ago that kind of shook up the meta quite a bit. So it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to run. We might see a Ramatra comp coming out. We might still see the classic Winston on Garden. We might see some Diva. We might see some Marissa. It really depends. Like, I don't know what these teams have scrimmed on in the last couple days since the patch came out, so I don't really know what to expect.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, because right now, I mean, they're ending a tournament right on a brand new patch. They don't have access to EIE or Flashpoint right now, but I mean, that has to be a huge change. I mean, like going into like the finals and having to play on a completely different patch, that might be a completely different meta. So I'm really curious to see how these teams have adapted to these huge balance changes. I think over half the roster got some sort of change, so it's a pretty crazy patch.
Yeah, there was about, I think 16 or 18 heroes got changed on the last balance patch. So pretty much it's anybody's guess on what these teams are going to play. But it looks like we are all loaded into Lijiang.
Yes, we are.
Ooh.
I like this, honestly. This is...
I don't know if this is what they're actually going to come out with, but
I've only slightly read up on the patch, but that's all with the EIA, and this is This is completely different. So I'm wondering if they're going to stick with this Tracer Pharah, Tracer Echo. I know it's pretty popular, or at least was on the last patch. So let's see as both teams coming out here.
Yeah, this
It looks
Tracer
like Deepdish
Pharah.
going for the ball.
Yeah, this Tracer Pharah comp though, Phone is on the Echo with a Mercy pocket. Phone is a very skilled Echo, so keep an eye on Phone.
Yeah, I think we got to watch that left side near the health pack here. Looks like a fight's going to go down there. I think they're trying to get Aplom set up over there.
Yeah, running
Mercy
the Onyx.
slow there. Oh, what a great pick from Recurve on the Brent. That's really going to start out. Let's see, they might be able to kill this Echo too. No. That was a very quick twist of momentum here. See, it looks like Coconut might be able to clean up right now.
Yeah,
See,
with multiple members of both teams dead, we are going to see Gold moving over to the point as Deepdish does get the first cap, but this Pharah comp from Volcanic just has the ability to get picks really quickly, especially if they hit a direct onto Tracer.
Again, Recurve again with the direct. Are you serious? This is awesome to watch already. See, Suzu's out from Obese Chicken. Oh, I know that name. I don't know why I didn't recognize it earlier, huh? We'll see. Lisa again, low. They're just trying to contest right now. And get it. Oh, yep. And that's gonna be Volcanic. They're gonna flip.
Cam is doing a really good job orchestrating these dives, taking all the pressure off of his Pharah. Pretty much the only one who's been able to really look at the Pharah has been Phone, and it really hasn't been enough as Recurve continues to hit these directs on him. The barrage is coming up. He's at 90%, so we should see that very soon, probably halfway through this fight.
Yeah, both teams with pulse bombs here. Joe's coming up with the mines. This is gonna be a very chaotic fight here coming up. We'll see. It looks like I think Volcanic Deepdish is trying to set up to go on that Ana on the high ground here.
Yeah, Deepdish's composition here does lend itself to being able to go after this Ana with this full 5-person dive. You don't really have anybody to dive on the side of Volcanic. All you can really do is try to force out Obese's teleport.
Yeah. Looks like we got a fight breaking down the point. Pulse bombs are out. Kitsune Rush is coming out. Brent is down. Aplom is also down. He was on the high ground, so let's see here.
Yes, the bomb doesn't manage to find anybody, but the slam that does manage to get Mercies. So this fight is chaotic. Picks going back and forth, but right now it looks like Volcanic does have control of the point.
Yeah, Joe has the mines ready to go. Nano far onto Recurve. See if Recurve can really clean up here. I know they so far have been really, really good with the directs and cleaning up, and now it looks like Joe and the rest of Deepdish are going to clean up.
Yeah, even though the point was in control of Volcanic, Deepdish was getting picked back and forth. Brent does have the sound barrier here, and with no ults on the side of Volcanic, they might be able to just tempo beat this and go in, as Phone is switched off the Echo onto the Soldier.
Aplom also switches onto the Kiriko here. Start to fight. I think these mines from Joe, though, are going to be a really good engagement tool for the size of Chicago Deepdish here.
Yeah, the mines are definitely going to be huge, but Aplom
Oh,
is
the
down.
trade! Both teams losing the Kiriko very early in the fight. Beat is out. Looks like they're going to use that to try and engage here. Fight going down on the point here. Recurve's already down. Cam as well is demeched. That was a very quick fight. Really good use of the beat to secure the kills, and they're just going to clean up. They're chasing down. Looks like they're chasing Coconut down, and they're just going to force the entire T of Volcanic out.
Yeah, quick clean fight there from Deepdish. They do still have the mines here for the push in, and there it is on the pile drive.
Mines are out. They get Coconut already. It's a really good zone here. Able to really allow Joe to get in the fight here, get some kills. Recurve gets Brent, but right now Deepdish, they're still up one, and it looks like Cam is low, and is not going to be able to get... Oh, but it looks like Recurve Barrage is out, but does not get much done at all. It looks like Deepdish. Right now, this looks like pretty... It looks like... Yeah, this is even right now, it looks like. Oh, looks like Deepdish, they're up one. Obvious Chicken, not. This is now an even fight here. Momentum's turning over to Volcanic here. They're going to have Pulse, and it looks like they just clean up with the help of Coconut and Recurve on the point.
Yeah, with Phone having the tac visor here, keep an eye on Phone as he goes after Recurve. That's going to make it really hard for the Pharah to be able to actually stay in the sky against that tac visor.
It's like Tech Visor's out now. They're trying to push aggressively in. They're trying to retake the point, but Phone gets picked early off. Coconut gets the contest on the point. Cam gets Brent. It's looking like a 5v3. Huge pulse bomb meet from Cam as well. Gold does get Coconut though, but this is looking very one-sided right now towards Volcanic. They're gonna have Barrage coming up soon if Recurve can get a little bit of value. Joe Solon on the point here, and I say the boop on the gold off the map. They res Coconut now. This is looking very, very good for Volcanic. Pulse bomb out. Kitsune Rush popped. Can Phone touch in time, but no, they cannot. Looks like Volcanic are going to secure the first point here.
Yeah, honestly, in that round, the huge difference maker was definitely Recurve on that Pharah with the Mercy pocket. He was just landing directs on the Echo Mercy duo. Which
look at this replay right now. I mean, just amazing gameplay right now we're seeing from Recurve.
Yeah,
but I'm seeing like really good gameplay all across the board from these DPS.
Yeah, Cam is also somebody I want to give some credit to on the D.Va here. He was everywhere, completely disrupting the enemy team's backline and just creating massive amounts of space. As Cam is now on the Winston, but they do keep the pharmacy.
TP. Looks like Deepdish might be able to, oh no, both teams are TPing here. The Winston versus D.Va here. This is interesting. We're seeing almost the mirror. It looks like Phone's opting to stick on the Soldier, and it's going to be on a Curie for the side of Deepdish, while on a Mercy on Volcanic. And immediately, just dead. Phone is just immediately dead. Recurve gets the boop off the map. I gotta say, this Recurve versus Phone has looked very one-sided right now.
Yeah, Recurve definitely showing that the Pharah is something of comfort to him, and that he's quite proficient on it as he takes out Obese Chicken too before Brent finally takes him down.
Deepdish though is able to get the tank and Pharah Mercy of Volcanic here, and I think they're gonna be able to take it just off of that. That was a really good pick.
Yeah, not only did Brent get the Pharah there, but he also got the final blow on the Mercy. Great play on the Ana from Brent. No ults coming up here. Strong position for Deepdish as they are now in control of the point. This is a hard map to retake, having to come across that bridge, but Phone is dead again!
Recurve is just absolutely destroying Phone with the boops here. And really, the hit scan is not able to do anything about Recurve's Pharah here.
Yeah, that's just going to be an easy flip for Volcanic back as Joe is reset off the map by Cam. The pulse bomb here from Coconut, you're going to see him probably look towards the back line, probably looking to stick Brent, but the Suzu here from Obese Chicken could just neutralize it and prevent it from getting any value.
Phone is swapped over the Echo here, trying to maybe get a little aerial battle going here. It looks like we're going to see...
I think it's just more of a comfort thing for Phone to be on this Echo there, though.
Okay, yeah, actually, that makes sense. Oh, Boot does not come out there. Suzu is out early, though, and they're able to kill Obese Chicken immediately. Great recognition there from the side of Volcanic. As they're going to try and kill this Echo here. They're trying to get in the backline. Pulse Bomb's out. Echo gets the 1 HP. Battle of Mercy out. Simul is able to clean up. Simul. My apologies. And Pulse Bomb out for the other side. And, oh, Recurve. Barrage out again here. Now we're seeing a lot of ult trades going out here. Kitsune rush out for the side of Deepdish, but Cam gets Brent in the process. Both Anas are now down.
Recurve has the nano here.
Oh, that could be a big momentum turner here, but right now both Anas are down. So let's see what happens. Another self-destruct out. Not able to clear anyone away. But it looks like they're going to be able to focus Cam down, and Deepdish might be able to flip the point here.
Yeah, Deepdish looking like they're going to take this fight, but right now, Volcanic does still control the point. It is ticking. They're going to be at about 82%.
Yeah, this is not going to give Deepdish a lot of leeway here, as they're going to have to win probably 3 fights here in a row. And if they lose one, it's going to be a really hard recontest here.
Yeah, Phone did pop his duplicate at the end of that fight, though, so he's not going to have that. So Brent really needs to get the nano on, but he's dead.
This Recurve Pharah has been absolutely tearing it up. And just again, with Brent dying early, these early picks have really helped Volcanic really win all these fights. And that's the reason they're at 80% right now. Gold does win that Tracer 1v1, getting rid of Coconut right now. So I think this is right now a 4v4. for the side of in this game right now.
Yeah, the bump, or the remake there from Cam. Cam is back in his suit. He's got a pulse bomb stuck to his back. He's already out of mech again.
Cam is out of mech, has to reset, and they only have one more fight here now. This has looked really good from Deepdish. Even though when they're getting early picked, they're still able to regain momentum very quickly and win these fights.
Yeah, Joe has the only ult here for Deepdish, but he's gonna have to use that to get back in his mech. But Recurve at 90% to that barrage. His barrages have been good as well as this far,
Wow.
and Gold is dead.
Another great pick. We have the barrage on side of Recurve here, so it looks like they're going to have to try and shut Joe down before we can see this barrage out. But Phone getting to 1 HP. Is that going to be a pick? It is. So right now, Volcanic is up 2 in this fight. They might get this pick on the Ana. Kiriko is down. Ana is down, and they're going to flip.
Yeah, the flip comes in. Volcanic at 90%. Chicago Deepdish is going to have to touch. Joe does have the self-destruct. If he dies on the point, he might be able to get back in his mech, but no guarantee on that. Obese has to get there with the Kitsune Rush to try to help.
There's the recontest. Chicago Deepdish, they pop the Kitsune Rush. They pop. Recurve is now nanoed in the air. Trying to fight off Phone right now. It doesn't look like there's many people on point right now. Little fight in the room going. Oh, but Recurve gets picked in the middle of that fight. Copy is out onto the D.Va. Going deep on the backline, trying to get Aplom. Rez does come out into Recurve, though. And Recurve, I think, is pretty close to the barrage here. Pulse Bomb out. It's a C9. Oh, no. Oh, no. Deepdish.
I don't honestly know if I
no.
would fully classify that as a C9 because after the res, Cam did manage to kill 2. So the numbers were really low for Deepdish. I'm not sure who was still alive at the end of that fight, so I don't know if I'd fully classify that as a C9.
Yeah, but we did see that Echo at the end be like, oh no. And try and get back on the point, but that was a good one. That was actually like surprisingly close, I think. This is going to be a good match here.
Yeah, if that first map is anything to go by, this should be close. Like, even though it was a 2-0, it wasn't exactly a clean 2-0. Both teams are taking fights back and forth. Everybody's finding picks. But right now, everything is really chaotic from both of these teams. These are really scrappy fights. And it feels like it's coming down to more of who is just finding the right pick at the right moment.
Yeah, I think there's a lot coming down to positioning here because we saw how many boops Recurve was able to get. And just like, it gave them so many free fights just with that initial pick, especially on Control. Because we really know on Control, the first pick is a big momentum shower on Control, especially. I mean, I think stats is like 2/3 of the time in Owl, like teams win with the first pick. So it's really, if you can get the first pick, it's a big advantage.
Yeah, it definitely is, especially because once you get that first pick, if you snowball it through that first fight, you're going to have an ult advantage going into the next fight. And as long as you maintain that advantage, you can win the round easily. And Volcanic was getting pretty decent value out of their ults. A lot of, you know, but the thing is, their ults isn't really what was winning them fights. They were winning mainly in the neutral, it seemed like.
Yeah, it seemed like the neutral decided a lot of how those fights went. And it was really who was in the right place at the right time who won the fight. Because they were able to get those kills and then just snowball their way through.
Yeah, Control is such a heavy snowball map. Not as much as Escort or Push, but it's still very snowball where if you win the first fight, your odds of winning the round and that point just go up astronomically.
Oh, absolutely. But I do have to say, on that second round of Gardens, we saw a couple fights where Recurve would get the first pick, but yet Deepdish, they were still able to regain momentum and just push through. So, I don't know. These teams are really showing us good stuff here.
Yeah, and once we go into our next map, which I'm not even 100% sure.
We're not sure at the point. Let me check.
Let me pull
Okay,
it up.
we're going to see right now. We're going to see right now.
Hybrid.
It's Kings Row. I was going to ask, what do you think happens when we go to a map where flyers aren't really an ideal pick?
See, I feel like both of these teams are quite capable of running the rush Or they could try for something that you typically don't see on Kings Row, and we could still see the flyers come into play. Like, especially in Echo, they're on first and second. There's a couple of different angles where the Echo can come from over the rooftops. So there is a possibility to run the Echo on Kings Row if you're feeling a little bit spicy. But a lot of times, if on Kings Row, you're gonna run the tried and true brawl.
You know, I think we all love to see a great Rhine v Rhine duel, but I think we're gonna be more seeing a Ram v Ram duel here.
No, I like seeing Rams box each other. It's fun.
It is fun to watch. You know, the person who does use the shift second is really out to win the fight more, just because it provides a huge advantage. Because if you're caught without your shift, that you can't even like really back out, because that's your main like mobility tool right there.
Yeah, not only can you use it just to move and relocate faster with the extra speed, but as far as the Nemesis form goes, you do a ton of damage there, but also your self-sustain with the block is really good there on Ramatra. But also, you gotta remember, after the armor nerfs, Ram is not as strong as he was, so we could see Orisa possibly.
I think Orisa was also affected in those changes, but you know, I'd love to see some Orisa. I mean,
she was,
I mean,
but then they
when
gave
you
her
pop
extra bonus.
Oh yeah, with the 125 Fortify. Yeah, I mean, it feels great to play in game with her. I've only played it a little bit in quick play, but it's definitely a welcome change. I don't know if it will exactly make her meta though. We'll have to see what these teams decide to pull out here.
Yeah, if you believe the freaking random people in Masters Comp games, it apparently is Doomfist, but I don't believe them. So
I think if you're good with him, absolutely run him. I mean, he's a blast to watch.
I would actually love to see Doomfist out of one of these teams.
I mean, I would love to see a Doomfist duel, to be honest. I think that'd be even better. But speaking of sides here, it looks like Deepdish, they're going to be on the attack this time. So this is a great opportunity for them to set momentum going into here. And it's also a great chance for Volcanic here to just stop Deepdish here right now, get in their heads, and, you know, snowball through the rest of the series here.
See Rhine.
Oh, we got the Rhine Bastion too. But what is Volcanic running? This is a full dive. Sombra Tracer dive on King's Row. You know, this is not something I've seen before, but we have seen an Owl though. I've seen quite a bit of Winston play, so this might be interesting to see how this brawl is really gonna fare up against Volcanic's dive, which they looked very good on.
I'm sick of Winston dive. I've been having to deal with it in scrims for the last few months. Like, give me something new. Play some Rhine. It's King's Row. Come on.
Oh, we get to see the Rhine Bastion. All right, we'll see what the other DPS they're gonna pick is, but Cam just taking place around the statue here. We'll see if they're just able to run. Oh, Cam has no jump now. Can they catch him out? We'll see.
Yeah, Cam does go into that room. He falls to half health, but he does have A-Plum on the Ana to be able to keep him alive. But that is a lot of damage from Phone on the freshly buffed Bastion.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I didn't even talk about that going into this, but you know, I've heard Bastion feels really good now, so it's actually really exciting to see him play. And it looks like A-Plum is down to the Disruptor shot, and Deepdish, they got a solid hole on this point right now of anyone who's gonna step on is just gonna die here. But
yeah, Phone just died.
Phone down, yeah. And yeah, the Pulse Bomb comes out too, so it looks like right now Volcanic are surrounding the rest of Deepdish and picking them off one by one.
Yeah, but Deepdish does manage to get a return trade there. You're going to see Joe just kind of hold his shield, try to keep everybody alive as the Sombra touches, but quickly has to leave. And that's going to be the first point cap for Deepdish.
Yeah, I think Deepdish here, they're really going to look up to try and push up, maybe catch out this Winston here, and just push them back as far as possible.
Well, with A-Plum dying before they even had a chance to fully back out, that's going to actually work against Volcanic, as they now have to kind of back up and wait for their Ana.
Yeah, this is going to give Deepdish a huge advantage going into this next fight. They have almost 5 minutes to push it to the second checkpoint here. But on the side of alts here, it's looking like they're going to have Overclock and Beat and a window on the side of Deepdish. But Recurve setting up for a play here behind them. Getting pretty close to EMP.
Yeah, Cam leaping in very close to that Primal Rage, but Recurve is dead. EMP is out.
Oh, and Gold going huge with 2 picks already with the overclock. Can they get the Brig? Brig gets low, but nothing quite yet.
Yeah, but Brig now has to go and die on the cart, so that's a late death.
It definitely is. Going in this fight, though, Volcanic have a lot of good ults to work with. They have that EMP, they have Nano Monkey, they have Rally. So I think they have a lot of options here to counter whatever Deepdish throws at them.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on Phone's ult here. As the EMP comes
Oh,
out,
a
that's
huge
massive.
EMP! Catches all 5 members, 3 picks on the side of Volcanic. They catch out the Bastion inside the I mean, I want to call it the subway, but I think it's the tube technically. So
Phone is gonna die here late.
and they get a huge stagger there. Great play right there.
Yeah, Recurve's EMP timing there was absolutely impeccable, setting up a perfect dive. And I believe an anti-nade came out from Aplom. I didn't quite see the purple effect, but everybody on Deepdish just was instantly deleted. But there's 3 minutes on the clock here for them to still push through the last part of second.
Yeah, they got a lot of time to work with here, which is, I think really serves well for them here. Turret form out already. They pop window. Pulse bomb onto the Bastion. That's window force early here. They have the Shatter ready. It catches out Sombra here. Shutting down any more hacks on the side of Volcanic. Primal out, but Cam gets super low. Cam might die here. And yeah, it looks like they get picked as well. No more backline for Volcanic and no more frontline. Coconut has a few picks here, but I don't think there's many people left on this cart. It's just Simul, and it's just going to be Coconut here. And that's going to be the push right here, unless Recurve can get a touch. No, they cannot.
Yeah, Volcanic's comp here doesn't have the staying power that Deepdish does. Like, even if you get picks, as long as Obese Chicken is still alive for Deepdish, you still have a chance to be able to stay. Plus, you got Bastion and Ryan both having natural armor to help keep them steady against a dive comp that wants to burn through you quickly. That damage reduction is huge.
Yeah, I mean, this is getting really hard. The Dynamite early picks off Gold. Now they're down their crucial DPS here. And without that turret, I don't think they're going to be able to push in, like, at all. They're going to have to wait.
Yeah,
but they do have beat.
It looks like they're not planning to push in here. We see them kind of just staging and chilling for a little bit, as that big Dynamite is helping Recurve build up towards the Bob. He just switched to Ash, and he's already 65%.
That's huge here, but Gold almost has this overclock here going in. They pop the turret form. Can this Pulse Bomb get value? This Pulse Bomb has been used a couple fights to really shut down Phone and her aggression here. We'll see. Artillery coming out here. With picks, but Gold is able to take high ground here, but does die in the process as Cambry takes. Nano out onto Coconut here. Pulse Bomb out. Does it catch? It catches Phone out here. The crucial DPS are now down for Deepdish, as well as their front line, and that's going to send them all the way packing back to spawn.
I don't know if Obese Chicken didn't have his lamp or what, but he was a couple of seconds late on that lamp attempting to save Phone, and he died to the pulse bomb for it. Bastion does have high damage, but the trade-off is he's very slow, and once you're out of your turret, you're pretty much a big immobile target for them to shoot at.
This is an interesting pick to swap off of the Lucio when you still have Bastion, because it makes them really immobile, and this turret's just going to be harder to get value out of. And the Bob's out. They're going to shred it down, but that's just going to... They don't have turret anymore, and I think they're going to be able to surround them now and just get these picks. Bomb comes out. Oh, they are able to catch out Gold here. Window out to buy them a little bit of time here. And they're going to pop this turret, force them back a little bit, allow them to take space. Nade is out, though. They're going to have to chill out for a second here.
Yeah, that's a big nade there from Aplom, kind of forcing them to back up and chill out as
Oh,
Phone
the
is
Pulse
dead
Bomb.
once again.
It's Phone, and Joe is now down. Another great fight win for Volcanic. I think they're really using... I mean, Coconut is farming Pulse Bombs here. And I think the Dynamite is really putting great pressure onto Deepdish. And without this Lucio, I don't think they're really able to move with this Brawl composition without getting shredded.
Yeah, their whole strategy here seems to be just enable Phone on the Bastion, but Gold
Again?
is dead.
They are able to resurrect them. And the Shatter does come out. But Coconut is in the backline already. Singling out Joe again, who is caught out by himself. And oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's who's partly being affected too by the lack of Lucio now is Joe. He's unable to actually push forward into the space without that speed boost, and he's basically just a sitting duck, and we see him swap over to the D.Va. But Phone is on the Mei now.
This is interesting to run the D.Va with this Mei Sojourn here, but they definitely need something more mobile going into this next fight. Let's see, Coconut again really surrounding Deepdish, forcing them back again. What can we expect with these ults here? How do you think Deepdish can use these ults to maybe finally get a good push here? They have only one fight left.
Well, Phone has now swapped over to Torb, and the pulse bomb on a Golden did have the overclock.
Trying to get the res out. They do get it in time. But Coconut has firm control over the high ground. Gets super low. Overclock out for Glow. Bomb is popped. Gets rid of Brent. It's a huge pick. D-Mac though. Glow is able to get one. Right now it's even, but the Resurrect comes out for the side of Volcanic. I think Volcanic's looking pretty good here. Phone is down already. And Joe is super low. If Volcanic can get in there, I think they can get some picks and they can really secure this here. But, you know, we got to watch out for Phone here. She's coming back with a hammer and she looks angry. Oh, but Coconut out with a pulse bomb. Does not hit anyone, but right now they got to worry about this cart. Almost ended, but Cam gets caught out. Dies immediately. They are now down tank for the side of Volcanic. And I think they're going to use this as a big momentum shift, and they're going to try and take over this high ground here. They're able to get the high ground control, and they're going to force the rest of Volcanic back for a little bit here.
Yeah. Finally, we do see Joe fly in towards Recurve. He does send the bomb out, and
that's
it gets
a huge
Coconut.
pick. Coconut, the crucial DPS playmaker we've seen on this third point here, is now down for the side of Volcanic, but
Phone got punched off.
wow, Phone is now down to Cam in the punch. Wow, that was such a great punch there. But it looks like Apom is also down. Lautre's going out deep, just loses their backline though, and that's going to be the end of the round.
Yeah, Coconut just coming out and clicking the heads of the two supports, basically ending the fight right there. So Deepdish does almost get third point, but they don't fully cap. So Volcanic knows their win condition here, and Deepdish is having really hard time breaking through Recurve. Like,
Yeah.
Recurve has basically been able to do whatever he wants. Whether it be on Sombra or on the Ashe on the high ground with the Mercy Pocket. Recurve has basically been able to do whatever they wanted to do.
Yeah, there has been like no contest on Recurve, and I think we can give some credit to both Cam and Coconut. Coconut getting these great off angles and putting a ton of pressure when they were on the brawl composition. So we'll see what they decide to go out with here. What kind of changes that we can see Deepdish to make to really try and counter this hit scan problem that they were having.
Yeah, according to the chat, they just want to see Brent off of Mercy. They don't want to see Brent on the Mercy.
Well, I think when you're running the Bastion, I don't think you really not running Lucio is a great idea. So I definitely see your guys' point there.
I think they just need to figure out exactly how they want to play this, because they had a general idea in their head, but the execution just wasn't quite there at the end.
Yeah, let's see. Deepdish, they're going to stick on this brawl composition on the defense here. But I think Volcanic, they're just going to take control of these high grounds, because Deepdish really doesn't have anyone controlling these high grounds. The Sojourn's not, but Recurve dies to their own rockets. That's very unfortunate for him.
Yeah, that's a quick way to go, as Slimeole is
another
down dead,
pick.
so they're going to have to wait.
They're going to have to wait for their Far Mercy before pushing again, but Volcanic still has control of the high ground. So I think that's going to be their big key here, is if they can get control of this high ground, they can really, look, Cam's already pushing them back, and they're not even the defenders. It's crazy.
Yeah, Phone's death there, though, is going to actually have a positive impact for Volcanic and trying to break that defense, because now that pressure from the Bastion is just gone.
Yeah, the central point of the comp is down. Coconut does get picked by the great right click from Gold here. We'll see. If Recurve's able to put pressure, I think the momentum will continue to go in Volcanic's favor. Bomb out for Cam. He's not getting when they're able to kite into the room and get away. They're going to have window here. This might be a great way for them to start pushing, and Joe might be able to get the shatter here. Nano comes out onto the Pharah here. They have no more lamp for the side of Deepdish. This is going to make it a lot easier for Volcanic to start pushing in, getting picks. But Coconut again. Wow, I think the DPS of Deepdish are really doing a great job now of shutting down Coconut and his off angles, which were tearing them up before.
Yeah, Recurve does have that barrage coming online as Coconut does switch over to the Hanzo to try to put a little bit more pressure on them. Maybe get those instant picks as the beat comes out.
Yeah, the beat is forced from that huge name from Apom. So right now they're going to pop the overclock, trying to eliminate this pharmacy before they can pop the barrage here. Keeping on this far, but Gold getting the pick on the Recurve, shutting them down before the fight even starts.
Yeah, Gold hitting a nice shot on the Slimal there, going for the res, and he's just finished off by Joe. And they're just not able to really get anything at this moment. Right now, Deepdish's defense is really good, and we're at about a minute and a half as Cam switches to Orisa.
Yeah, I think Volcanic, though, has a really good arsenal of ults here. They're going to have Nano Barrage. But Cam's over on the Orisa. You were talking about this Orisa play tonight, so it looks like we're going to see some.
Yeah, the question is if this is truly a good idea, because now you don't have that shield to mitigate any of the damage from Phone's turret.
Yeah, we'll see. If Recurve can put enough pressure, I think they'll be able to get away with it, especially with the insane survivability of Orisa, but maybe not, as Phone does get the pick on the Apom. So that's immediately going to have to force them back as a central part of their comp. Just now, Recurve is just down. So now they don't have their main source of healing, and they don't have that main pressure source here. So again, they're just not able to set up enough where once they get to the neutral, they're able to really get those picks with the Pharah. Dragon Strike coming out. That's going to force Deepdish to split here, it looks like. We'll see. They pop the Nano Barrage. They're going to shred the shield. And it looks like Recurve is going to trade for Joe. I think that's a worthwhile pick here. Is with this Terra Surge, I think Cam is really going to be able to push in once this window is down.
Yeah, as soon as the window comes out, look for him to push in. The Bastion ult coming out here to try to make some space. Let's see if it can find anything, as it does find Aplom.
That's going to open it up as Joe is now back with the Earth Shatter. This is going to be a huge momentum shift. Let's see. No more Fortify, and Kim is now down. Shatter comes out, catches out the Ana. And Phone, again, really cleaning up these kills here. Let's see, we're now in overtime here as really, the only people left here are this Pharmacy and Hanzo as they try and get more picks. Turret form is now out. Both the Pharmacy is down. It's just Ball on the point now, very low. Could be their last source of stall here, as I do not believe that Coconut is going to be able to touch in time. And that's the map here. Chicago Deepdish tie it up 1-1.
That was a great hold there, actually. They managed to find the right picks at the right time. Like, there was a couple of times where it looked like Volcanic was going to have it, especially early on when Cam got the kill on the Phone while he was on the Diva, but it just wasn't in the cards. Deepdish kept coming back, kept cleaning up the fights, and just eventually getting the full hold.
Yeah, I think when I originally asked the question of what is going to happen when we go to a map where FAR is not ideal, as it just didn't really plan out, I think, for Volcanic there, as the Bastion Ryan combo just was just anytime they tried to push in, Phone was there with a pick. Let's see, we're gonna see some replays here. Volcanic, I have to say, looked really good in this first round, but once they switch over the FAR, they were just not able to make it work against the Brawl.
We'll say Phone had a really hard time on Deepdish's attack, but she pulled it together really well on the defense. She was getting picks on the Bastion. Gold finding a lot of picks on the Sojourn, like we see in the clip right now, finding the kill onto that Pharah. Like, just fantastic plays from the Deepdish DPS line there, and all around, just the supports doing a great job keeping everybody alive. The beat was fantastic to be able to sustain through stuff. Lamps were good. There really wasn't a ton of deaths coming from Deepdish. Like, for the most part, they were pretty stable on that map. And it looks like we're going to Dorado next.
It looks like we are, as I think we can see the lobby right now. So, it's interesting. But, I think with Dorado here, we're going to see another dive mirror, which is actually going to be really good because I think Lijiang really showed a great dive mirror. And this will give them more of a chance to run this far composition. So maybe Volcanic will have a better chance here than they did on King's Row.
Now the question for Deepdish here is they've shown that they have a preference for the Wrecking Ball dive. But do they decide here to go with a Winston or a Diva comp? Or do they try to run like the Ball Echo dive like they were doing on Lijiang Garden?
Yeah, that's an interesting choice here to think. I think when it comes to this map, I think it might just be better for them to run the Diva Mirror. But, you know, we could see anything. We could see a Ball Sombra composition here. And I think that could really do wonders on the first point if they're able to get around, set up off angles. But, you know, what I'd really love to see is a Widowmaker, honestly. To challenge this far at Mercy here. I think that would be great to watch.
I would also like to see it, but at the same time, after all the nerfs that Widow got between her damage range
With the
being
damage
reduced
fall off, yeah.
and her still only being 175 HP, she's just kind of too squishy, and Dorado isn't like a super long map like you'd normally play Widow on, but I guess with the range reduction, it doesn't really matter anyways, because now she can't one-shot as far as she used to be able to. So it's kind of a viable strat, but I feel like you're better off just going with like an Ashe Mercy and basically getting the same effect with more consistent damage.
I know we did see, I think it was Volcanic that pulled out the Hanzo, but that seemed like a swap pick, so I don't think we'll be seeing Hanzo here. But I think we'll definitely see probably a Tracer duel, and I'm really interested to see how Coconut's going to do on this map, because Coconut looked great on that first round, but Deepdish, they were really able to adapt here and really adjust to that, and they were really able to mark down Coconut and make sure he got no value.
Yeah, definitely true. Honestly, though, on Dorado in particular, Volcanic has shown, based on the fact that they tried to run it on King's Row, that they do like the Monkey Sombra Tracer comp. So I can see it possibly being something that they try to run here, or possibly switching out the Diva. But Deepdish, we've seen Diva, we've seen Ball, so it's going to be interesting to see what they try to run for a dive tank here. Or they might say screw dive and just go poke. Who knows? I no longer know what to expect out of either of these teams.
I don't know if Sigma would be the really good play. I mean, they could take the really long way around, but I think it just makes a lot more sense to run the dive. Unless, what do you think kind of tank they could run? They could run the Diva, because we did see that from Volcanic on defense on King's Row, of where they ran the Diva Ashe. I mean, and it worked wonders for them, especially with Coconut on the off angle. Really able to put enough pressure on Deepdish where they were never able to push. So it worked really well there.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I'm expecting to see the Pharmacy here from Volcanic again. They've shown that they really like it. There is a lot of high ground and a lot of rooftops on first point in particular. There's about 3 different angles that you can try to get a far poke in. But Heartbreak was after map 3.
I think it's after map 2. I think I just heard that we are going to go to a break here. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Welcome back.
Welcome
to the
back,
Tranquility
everyone.
Stream.
You're gonna take it away from me. All right, go ahead.
Well, I didn't know if you were actually back at your desk yet. Our play-by-play caster went to the bathroom and almost didn't make it back in time. So
I saw it said 20 seconds, and I was like, oh, geez, I gotta get back here right now.
Well, thankfully you made it back in time, and we're about to get ready for the next map, which it looks like it will be Dorado. We've already kind of discussed a little bit of what we expect to see on Dorado, but let's give a quick recap for anybody who may have joined the stream after halftime.
Yeah, do we want to talk about, like, what's been going on so far through the series? I'm thinking give everyone, like, a bit of an overview overall.
Honestly, the scoreboard does a really good job of illustrating just kind of how close both maps have been. Like, it pretty much is just... Well, actually, I wouldn't even classify King's Row as close. That was kind of just... It was close for Deepdish's attack, and then for Deepdish's defense, it was not.
Yeah, so it's kind of looked like... We've been seeing really good adjustments, I think, from both teams, where I know first half of King's Row that Volcanic really had it in the bag, it looked like, and then Deepdish were really able to... I don't know if they made some adjustments, but it looked like they did, and they were able to turn momentum and really adapt to what they were doing. And really, I mean, biggest example of that, I think, is shutting down Coconut on that off angle on the second round. And they weren't able to... Did they even get a tick? I think they might have, but I don't think they did.
I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want to say definitively and be wrong, so I'm going to stick to saying nothing.
Fair point, honestly.
Never say anything if you don't know the answer.
Yeah, let's see. So far, it looks like Volcanic, they're going to defend again with Deepdish on the attack. So very similar to how King's Row went down. So we'll see how this plays out. I want to see if we do see a momentum shift like we did see on King's Row here as, yeah, it looks like we're going to go to the map screen here. And it is Dorado, as we have been saying.
Yep. Dorado is definitely a fun map. More to defend than attack. Like, I personally hate attacking on Dorado, especially on second. It makes me want to pull my hair out. But
I can understand that. Do you
yeah.
think it's more difficult to attack or defend, in your opinion?
Oh, attack 100%, because defense here has a massive advantage with all this high ground. And basically, if you're attacking and you don't have vertical mobility, you are screwed. You are basically screwed unless you have immaculate pathing to be able to contest the high ground. Because any dive comp, especially if they're running like maybe an Ash Mercy with Winston, they can just poke at you from the top and eventually whittle down your resources. And then once your resources are gone, engage on you and just kill you from there. This map is ridiculously hard to attack. And I really pray to God that Joe is not running the Sigma here.
Oh, now it's the hog. You know. Okay, I don't know what that means, but we'll ignore the chat for now.
Joe, I will give you $5 to run hog on Dorado attack.
Yeah. But I want to go back to what I saw on the map screen, that both these maps have been 2-0. Oh, it looks like they're going for the little cheeky grenades with the Junkrat over there. But yeah, I mean, the maps have looked close, so I wouldn't believe the scoreboard there, especially with first map. It was very, very close. But let's see here. Both teams are going with the Diva. Deepdish opting more for the kind of poke style that I think you were talking about before the break here.
Yeah, definitely with the Echo Ash, the ability to just poke and just make somebody just insta-be deleted between that focusing beam, the headshot from Ash, as Brent is going to switch over to the Mercy here.
Yeah, they're really trying to fight control over this this small high ground here, which I think is just gonna give Cam a field day defending here. I don't think they're gonna be able to take this unless they send like 4 people up. This is gonna give Volcanic a big advantage unless you got Phone forcing Cam out of mech, and then that's it really. I mean, the dynamite came in clutch there, and Kim peeks a bit too wide there and does end up dead now. I think that's gonna give Deepdish a huge advantage here to secure the high ground away from Volcanic, and they're getting the card under the bridge now, so they're gonna have a lot of space to work with here.
Yeah, breaking that initial high ground on first point Dorado is actually massive here, because that is the hardest point of first point to get through. You'll see a lot of teams get held under the bridge there.
Yeah, Recurve does have this barrage. He's on his comfort hero. They have the nano barrage, bomb, pulse. They have 5 ultimates here. Falcon on the side of Deepdish, maybe to help them sustain through this upcoming nano here. Can they catch out this Ana, who does seem to get isolated there? They also catch out Gold. And that Deepdish, they're down 2. They pop Copy on the side of them. Nade is out as well. Joe gets pick on a Recurve. Deepdish, they're getting these picks that they need to keep pushing the card here. Looks like the only person left is Cam and Coconut. Can Coconut secure these kills? We will see. They get a Bez off.
Attention to the fact that Phone copied True Donger on the Ana and then killed him while on Ana.
That's a real display. That's a real skill issue right there, I think.
But that is just an Ana diff.
Maybe. Yeah. I know, right? Phone does end up dead to the Recurve, so the aerial battle not going the way of Phone, but the Ana battle definitely going the way of her.
Yeah. Right now, we do see Coconut has the pulse bomb currently lurking on the high ground, but it's been spotted by Phone.
Yeah, and Coconut gets caught out. Phone's able to get that huge flanker down for the side of Volcanic. Gold's going to have this Bob here to create a lot of space for Deepdish to work with. Joe is trying to get control of this high ground away from Cam. Bob is out. Cam's on the back line, gets forced away, gets super low. True Donger is down to Joe here, and this is looking like Deepdish. They're going to win the fight here with the Bob. Securing Gold. Again, I think Gold has been playing very well here with the dynamites. I mean, getting the crucial picks, and the Bob usage was really good.
DPS on both sides have been playing very well. Here on second point, though, it's going to be a lot about the tanks here. Which diva can secure the high ground for their team is going to be massive in deciding if Deepdish can get through second or if Volcanic is going to hold them here.
I think Volcanic has a huge initial advantage here. It looks like we got to pay attention. Oh, recurve is nano now going onto the back line here. Has Raj at 73%, gets slept. And they're able to kill them in time. They're up one. Pulse bomb Ian from Joe. Another great eat from Joe so far this game.
Opponents copied the Ana again and put Cam to sleep with it.
You know, I respect the skin phone. Very good choice right there with the new mythic.
Dang, that's the friggin' furthest mythic phone has played a lot. We're gonna see here.
Oh yeah.
Recurve has got the barrage coming as soon as Coconut is now on the Widowmaker, so you're getting your wish to see Widow.
I guess I am now. This is exciting. But I think Joe is gonna have a very difficult job here of trying to, you know, deal with the flyer, but also deal with this Widowmaker here. Cam does
Phone's
get
got the
OP
Widow.
down. Oh yeah, Phone just does Joe's job right there for him. So there you go.
I'm doing phone things.
I'm doing fun things and
Interesting.
the
Interesting.
reback kill.
The squish onto Truth. That just feels so bad. I feel your pain there. And
Look
the
at
squish
baby
on the
like
pin.
too. The melee and the remix securing the kills for Chicago, for Volcanic. Sorry, but Cam, that was interesting. But Coconut gets 2 picks there. I didn't. We were so focused on that baby diva there. I don't think we even saw that from Coconut.
The fact that I watched a squish from both teams, just, my god, that just made my night. Thank you, diva players. As the sights come out here, Deepdish is going to have to be very careful here. Coconut knows where they are, and they do not want to get their heads popped.
Yeah, Phone has this copy here, which might be a big opener here for Deepdish here, as they try and take control of this high ground, which right now they don't have any control over. I think Joe might get forced out here. Joe gets sacked.
I'm interested who Phone goes for on this copy. He's been primarily going for the Ana to build up those quick nano boosts, but this time he goes for Brig.
Yeah, I mean, interesting. That's a good pick, I think, really to help them. Because it looks like they're going to play on the cart here. Bomb is out for Volcanic. Doesn't get anyone, but Phone does secure the kill onto Cam. Well, he's out of mech, and that's a great pick again with the Bob to zone them out, and that just allowed them to take all the space they wanted.
Yeah, Phone and Gold, this DPS duo here for Chicago Deepdish is finding a lot of values. Every time it feels like Volcanic has got a pick, I just watched this DPS duo bring it back. The supports are doing a fantastic job of giving them resources to be able to help control these fights, and Joe is giving them some fantastic space here as we enter third.
Yeah, Summer does get forced out, but it looks like Volcanic, they're now onto Winston here.
Yep, Recurve already has this
look
EMP.
at Deepdish. Phone's on the Torb again. Oh, big EMP. They jump in on it with Cam, and they have to pop the Valk to respond. And they are able to survive it with probably the help of the Torb there. But let's just see. I think if Volcanic, they just got to work these off angles. Wow, what a shot to shut down Recurve there.
Nice shot hitting the left click onto the head of the Sombra. Not an easy shot. Sombra got a tiny body, and that is a very small hitbox on that weapon. The Torb turret set up on the left, or in the side room, denying Coconut from being able to flank.
Oh, that was a great pick there to start the fight. They able to get the res, so we're back to a neutral fight here. Except no, Joe gets killed while they bomb. So now they're working with no tank here to try and push, and I think with the Winston Sombra Tracer dive, I think that just, there is no defense here. I mean, besides the Torb, there is no defense to work with, but now they're down to the last 10 seconds here.
Yeah, both support ults are up here from Volcanic. This rally should be able to sustain. And Joe has switched over to Ball. Look to see Slime will probably look to stun him after the rally, but he's already dead.
Great body block there from Volcanic to just prevent Joe from getting anywhere near the point.
Yeah, this is actually kind of interesting to see. This is twice in 2 maps that Deepdish has managed to get to the end of the map. Just haven't been able to get that last checkpoint. Same thing happened on King's Row. But the question is, do they hold on first point here on Dorado like they did on King's Row?
It's interesting because I think there are different problems here for the side of Deepdish here that they're dealing with than I think they did on King's Row, where Coconuts is playing the Tracer, but I don't think the Tracer is as much of a problem as it was. They're choosing a lot of different picks here. What do you think right now?
I think right now it's just kind of going to be interesting to see how these teams decide to play this phase of the map, knowing Volcanic has their win condition. Even though Cam currently right now is on Reinhardt, I don't expect to see him stay on it. I would laugh and find it hilarious if he did. But Cam and Volcanic are not gonna do this. Odds are, we see Coconut is on the sim, probably looking to TP the supports and then switch to the Tracer.
Yeah, again, D.Va setting up on that crucial high ground position that I think, really allows for a great deal of cart contest just from that one position. And I think Volcanic, they're going to try and rotate their supports over to that right side high ground here.
Yeah, look to see the supports getting on the high ground here so they can set up something. Recurve currently in the back does have his translocator set up. Phone, she is on the Echo, but she is falling very low right now. And right now we're just kind of seeing both teams poke. Nothing's really happening at this point as Joe is just kind of pushing the cart.
They already get Recurve away from the back line, which was really putting crucial pressure onto Volcanic now that Deepdish, I don't think they're going to have as much of a good time getting space here. But, when Phone gets a pick like that, I think it makes it a lot easier, to push space there.
Yeah, with the break down, there's now less protection for Truedonger, and Truedonger is down.
Another great pick from Phone here, really controlling the skies solo here with no sort of contest here from anyone.
Yeah, that Mercy being with Phone is making it really hard to kill her. Right now they have Sombra Tracer, so the best thing they can hope to do is maybe look to get a hack on Phone and try to kill her before she can get back up into the sky, but it's not going to be easy to take on this Mercy pocketed Echo.
Yeah, I want to keep seeing this Brent Mercy, honestly.
Well, Brent Mercy just went back to spawn.
Yep, and Coconut gets a great ball spot in the backline. Now, Deepdish has no backline, and that's going to be, I think, a free fight. Unless Phone can pull a miracle out of here with this copy. But no, she's forced out of the copy and is going to have to retreat. But they do have Joe back and the rest of their team, but they don't have any sort of healing. So with that Nano Monkey, they're just going to be forced to retreat.
Yeah, the res from Brent onto gold, though, does make it so they don't have to wait. Are they going to be able to get a solid touch here as Phone receives the Nano Boost?
Yeah, Phone gets great stickies onto Slimal. Big EMP catches 5 members of Deepdish. Cam able to get the pick onto gold. Primal pops for Cam as they try and isolate one of these people on the side of Chicago Deepdish. Nothing too much happening, and right now Phone, because Cam is just not able to get anything. Phone, she's just able to tear it up with these sticky bombs.
Yeah, Cam finally just having to jump away, but Phone is going to try to poke a little bit more. She already is 75% to her next copy. Gold having the Bob online here. Recurve did get a 5-man EMP during that last fight, but didn't amount to anything. There wasn't really the follow-up that you needed there from Volcanic.
And now Volcanic, the only ult they have to work with is Rally, and we might see a repeat of King's Row here.
Yeah, we might actually. I might have caster cursed Volcanic on this one.
Oh,
Phone is dead.
Phone dies to the cleave of Coconut, and I think her own sticky bombs probably. But they're able to get the contest. Brent is down. They get the res on the Phone though. The Monkey and Brig are down for the side of Volcanic, and I think that's gonna make it a lot harder in this mirror with Phone having the copy, almost ready with that EMP. They can survive. It's out. They get 2 members with it. Can they get any sort of cleave with it? But right now, I think they're gonna be able to stabilize. They do get the pick on the Phone. Nano out onto D.Va. as they look to get some sort of pick and turn the momentum and secure them some sort of space. Oh, but they C9!
Now that I will definitely classify as a C9. Joe was in position to touch. I don't know if Joe got slept or what happened that they didn't catch the cart, but it doesn't matter. And right now, that cap is actually gonna really favor Volcanic, as now Deepdish is not set up for second point like they would be if they had just gave it up.
They are not at all. It's like Joe is challenging them on the low ground in the room and is just gonna get himself staggered. And I think this is just gonna make it so much easier for Volcanic to just blow through this second point and get very close to winning this map and getting to match point.
Yeah. Oh, Gold is dead. Great
Wow.
manual hack right there, and a good follow-up from Coconut on the Tracer.
Yeah, Coconut working that right side angle, gets Phone in the process, sending them back to spawn again. As Volcanic have just been able to just plow through, as Deepdish have not been able to regroup as 5 and get any sort of solid push going.
Yeah, keep an eye on this nano boost from True Donger. Look to see an EMP.
What's this
into a
EMP
nano
as well?
monkey.
Catches 3 members. Phone is forced out. Bomb force for the side of Deepdish. They are able to kite it. They get super low. Gold is low right now. Copy out from Phone onto the Winston. They're going to have this nail coming up for Deepdish as rallies pop. And right now, Phone just needs to survive, but she does not, as well as Brent is now down for the side of Deepdish, and Volcanic are getting closer and closer and closer to winning this second point here, as there are only 2 members left. Joe is down, and now Gold, the last member standing, is dead. And they're just going to get very, very close now to winning this. So this is probably last fight territory coming up here.
Yeah, I want to call attention to the supports of Volcanic during that fight. Slimo had a fantastic rally that did allow them to sustain long enough to be able to cap second. I know we haven't paid as much attention to the supports because of fantastic plays coming out from the DPS, but these supports for both teams are doing a fantastic job right now.
Look at this off angle from Coconut, almost securing Slime. Correction, no, actually, it's Brett on the side of Deepdish. And that's the first pick they need to secure this point. This Orisa, though, is going to be a problem. They got to get some sort of thing going before they can go. But Nano Orisa into the back line, able to get Monkey down. Now they have no more tank. I think that Volcanic can now use this as a momentum shift to try and push in. But Joe gets antied. And they're now down tank. And, ooh, good pick from Phone, though, to even it up.
Yeah, the fantastic nade right there from True to be able to get Joe on the Orisa anti, but then Phone coming back, just hitting the left click onto Coconut and forcing Volcanic to have to wait for their Tracer.
I think Volcanic are just going to take complete control of this high ground. Okay, they have put the Orisa on the high ground, but what are they going to do about this cart here? As going in for the EMP, hits 4 members of Deepdish. Great anti-nade coming in from Volcanics on a player. As now, that is a great momentum shift there. Great EMP coming out, as well as a great nade to set up that amazing play that's going to allow Volcanic to secure the map. And now Volcanic are on match point here.
Yeah, definitely on that last play, I definitely want to highlight the EMP followed up by the anti-nade from True Donger. The big nade.
It was True Donger. I couldn't see the name. It was a bit blurry. Yeah.
Yeah, True Donger's nade there into the EMP ended up making it so Deepdish just had no chance to survive. Without anything to cleanse that, a good dive follow-up right there from Volcanic, along with the Nano Monkey. Yeah, there was just no chance for survival.
That might be, I think, the play of the series there. That was just great teamwork and execution there. I mean, great play from the supports, you know. I know we haven't been talking about them, as you've said, but that was a fantastic play there. And they've been really doing work to keep up these DPS here.
Yeah, definitely. Phone and has been getting a lot of resources on the side of Deepdish along with Gold. That's part of why we've noticed their play. And on the same for the side of Volcanic, like Coconut and I drawing a blank on the name and it's blurry on the screen.
Coconut. Oh, I forgot. Why did I forget? We've been talking about them all series.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
like we haven't been talking about them for about the last hour and a half.
Yeah, on the Farah. But, you know.
Recurve,
this
recurve.
great pick here. Recurve, yes.
Yeah, both DPS have been getting a lot of resources from both sides, but that is partly, you know, showing that the supports are doing a good job, because these DPS are not going to pop off in the way that they did if they're not getting any resources. So props to definitely the supports and the tanks on both sides. But right now, Volcanic now has a 2-1 lead, and we're on match point.
Yeah, I think the tanks have been doing a really good job of holding this space, and especially on these dive comps, really taking that aggression and taking that space for the team. I think we did see a little bit of a mistake there with that C9, where it looked like Joe was not able to get any sort of high ground hold at all, as he just went into the little room below and got staggered, and then that just allowed Volcanic to just blow through second point and put them very close to victory, where they inevitably won.
Yeah, I'm just kind of glad to see that Volcanic learned from their mistake on King's Row and didn't get held on first point like they did. So, you know, that's what you kind of want to see, is just gradual improvement throughout the series. Our next map is going to be New Queen Street.
Yes, it is. That's an interesting choice we're going to see here. So, I think this map is going to warrant a lot better to longer range heroes, especially once they get that first checkpoint. There are these very big, long sight lines, but I think we could see probably a dive mirror, maybe some poke here.
New Queen Street lends itself to so many different styles. Like, you can dive on this.
You can brawl
with multiple angles. You can brawl here. Not really poke, because there's not really anything long enough range to be able to actually form like a really good poke comp on New Queen. It's pretty much mostly dive and brawl, but the options that alone gives you, like occasionally you'll see the Ramatra here, you'll see Diva here, you'll see Orisa here, you might see Winston here. Like, there's a lot of different options for both of these teams, and it kind of is going to come down to just style preference.
Yeah, I know we've been seeing Deepdish. They lend more to that kind of brawl style, where we've seen Volcanic play more of that dive-centric Pharah composition. I think we've seen Pharah basically this whole series from them, and it's looked very good.
Yeah, their Pharah has been good. They love to pour resources into the Pharah. I mean, they've had a Mercy pocket. Poor Slimal. He's basically just having to be a Mercy OTP at this point.
Well, they're doing a very good job at it, at least, you know, keeping their DPS alive, and, you know, while doing that, keeping the tanks alive to really create that space and, you know, get the space that these DPS need to work, because this Pharah is not going to work if they have no space to work with.
Yeah, and that definitely is coming down on the fact that Cam is creating a lot of space for this pharmacy combo, and they're doing a good job of moving into the space and taking control of it.
Oh, absolutely. This is a interesting map to go to. I'm very used to seeing a lot of Esperanza and then seeing that kind of dive mirror, but New Queen Streets, it's an interesting pick. It's a good pick. And these teams I think they're really going to fight for control of that hockey statue. And really, I've seen a lot of those fights just come down to someone just gets a rogue pick out of nowhere, and then that team is able to just go with momentum. It's a very slow kind of area, like a lot of the other push maps.
Yeah, personally, I kind of like, after how close of an escort map we got something, you know, we get a nice back and forth escort. There's no who's going to hold more on defense. It's just, you know, who's going to get more momentum at the right time here. As we load in, it looks like Deepdish is going to go to that Rhine Bastion Sojourn comp again, whereas Volcanic is just sticking with the Comfort Sombra Tracer dive.
Well, Volcanic have looked very good on this dive composition, and I'm really excited to see it. As Deepdish, again, on King's Road, they looked very good with the Brawl. We'll just see how it warrants, as Deepdish, they have a very concentrated core here. If they can go quick and take this space, they might not get caught up by the Summer and recurve. That was brilliant execution there from Deepdish, just completely bypassing that area as soon as they realized that no one was there. preventing that Sombra from getting value, but also a great pick from Gold to shut down any more hacks for this fight.
Well, that's one way to take care of the Sombra problem. Just shoot her in the head.
Absolutely. Or you sleep her out of invis.
Yeah, quick rail to the head. Works pretty well as Brent does get purpled there by
Ooh.
True Donger and taken out. No Lucio on the side of Deep Dish. No more speed.
Volcanic, though, has no more Winston. So as long as Deep Dish can concentrate themselves, they'll be able to get these picks as Obese Chicken's able to get Coconut, and now they just, pressure is not there for Volcanic, and that's just going to allow Deep Dish in their core to just push up and get more and more space. Already at 20 meters here.
Yeah, already about halfway to that first checkpoint. But as long as Volcanic doesn't let them get the first check, Volcanic can easily swing this back. Once you get forward spawn, though, it becomes harder. As the pulse bomb sticks, Immortality Field is gone.
No more lamp. And I think we got to keep a really good eye on True Donger. With these nades have been really crucial into allowing Volcanic to win this fight here. But Coconut with 3 picks. And they're going to clean up this Bastion as this anti-nade, again, great. They're able to get past this shield, and it's just giving the DPS of Volcanic so many opportunities to just kill the entirety of Chicago Deep Dish.
Yeah, right now we got Coconut dueling Brent in the back line, but Coconut's going to get taken out by Gold.
Bye-bye.
That's an opportunity for Deep Dish to come back.
Yeah, Gold is like really good at just, you know, nailing these DPS in the head and just preventing them from doing anything. But the Slime Mole just died before the fight started, and Gold just single-handedly eliminated the entire backline of Volcanic before they could even get started. And then Obese Chicken cleans up with that Winston pick. And I think this has been the really strong point of Chicago's Deep Dish comp on this map. They have just been playing together, and then someone gets a pick. They're just playing stacked, and someone is able to get a pick. Bastion ult coming out here, maybe trying to get the backline separated. 3-man EMP coming out onto the backline of Deep Dish. Does get the backline of Volcanic is down. Gold does die in the process, as well as the Lucio on the side of Chicago Deep Dish. And look, Joe is down now, and Cam with his Primal Rage and Coconut clean up the fight for Volcanic.
Yeah, Volcanic's going to have a chance now to be able to try to get close to taking the lead, as Deep Dish are just now spawning. But right now, you got Coconut pushing the bot. He is all alone. His supports are not there to get him topped up, and it looks like he's at about 100 HP as his supports are now back. They don't have any ults here, though, for the side of Volcanic. They have to win here on neutral.
Deep Dish has this overclock, and Goldust looks great at landing those headshots when they need them. Or just, you know, anyone landing headshots on the DPS. And Foe with the grenade chuck and just killing the entire DPS line before the fight even really starts. I mean, they are really looking great on this map. This is really looking in Deep Dish's favor, as they're almost to the first checkpoint as well.
Yeah, they should be able to get this here, possibly by the time Volcanic comes back. Volcanic might get a touch, but they don't really have any ult of which to do it as the overclock comes out.
Yep, overclock out from Gold. I couldn't read it, sorry. But Bren is down for the side of Deep Dish. They don't have that speed boost, as Volcanic had this rally. It is about to end, though, and the Disruptor shot does so much damage, and Phone is able to clean it up. Pulse bomb out, but gets nothing, as Phone just is able to get 2 picks and secure the point for Deep Dish.
Yeah, as Deep Dish carry forward spawns here, this is huge for them, because if any of them die, yes, they're gonna have the longer spawn time, but they're gonna have less of a they're gonna have a closer walk back. But Volcanic, this is a good spot for them to actually to be in, because their spawns are right there. Any picks from the side of Volcanic onto Deep Dish are gonna last longer because of the extended I can't speak. Extended spawn time on the forward spawns, as Gold kills 2.
This is what I was saying at the beginning. Gold just kills 2? Just kills the entire DPS line of Volcanic before the fight has really even started again. No ults have come out, and just they're all dead.
Yep, those 2 quick picks are gonna just get Deep Dish some extra space. Currently on the side of Volcanic, they still have no ult, and Deep Dish has Shatter and both support alts. This is heavily in Deepdish's favor right now.
This window is really going to help this Bash and zone the entirety of Volcanic. They do have a great corner there to work off of, and this is really going to work in Volcanic's favor. They should have a lot of room to kite these alts as they go in here. See, Phone does get low and gets picked by Recurve, and also both the DPS are now down, and a Dynamite to clean up. Brent, this is looking great.
Brent, that was kind of a questionable beat, I gotta say. He popped beat after
no.
2 of them were already dead.
Did the beat at least get out or no?
He got the beat. He didn't ajax, but
Okay, no Ajax. Okay.
2 of them were already dead. So a wasted high impact ult here. And now Volcanic, they went from having no ults to having 4 on the board and 1 ready to build up halfway through the fight.
It's looking great. They're going to have the Nano Monkey. They're going to have the Dragon Strike Phone. Another stagger coming out. I'm seeing there's been a lot of staggers here. We saw Beast Chicken and now Phone getting staggered, which is gaining Volcanic a lot of ground. They might be able to get this first checkpoint. But
Yeah,
this might come down to the checkpoint here where they're going to have to fight straight on with Joe's Earth Shatter. And I don't know how well that's going to go for them.
Yeah, the bomb coming out here as well as the Primal Rage. But
Joe
kicks
gets
are
left
going
alone
in-
on the point, though. And just dies.
Yeah, the bad thing is, though, 3 ults came out right there from Volcanic in
Ooh, yeah.
that one fight. And there's still 3 minutes on the board. And Volcanic now on the Ash Hanzo, kind of more looking to get quick picks, but not really looking to dive. So we're going to have to keep an eye here on True Donger to be able to hit nades that Cam can follow up on, because Cam is basically diving alone at this point.
Yeah, these nades have been looking really good, able to secure the fight. Big shadow coming out onto the Monkey, securing that kill. Now Volcanic has no one to push the front line with their poke comp. And Gold does die in the process, but Slimole is down. Both DPS are down for the side of Deepdish. And we'll see if they're able to clean it up. Joe does get True Donger, so now Volcanic has no more backline. As now Volcanic have been split up as Deepdish are stacked on the point. And there's the last pick there.
Yep. Recurve did manage to get out, it looks like. I saw him about 1 HP, but it does look like he managed to get out. Gold has the overclock here. Phone is on the torp. This is going to make it really so much harder for Cam to dive, and it was already going to be difficult without any follow-up from his DPS. But 3 ults here on the board as the Dragon Strike comes out and the beat to match.
Yeah, right now it looks like Deepdish are not very grouped right now as they look to be a little bit split. This fight's going to come down, looks like, to this open little, like, road, basically, where they're going to have this overclock, which I think is going to look really well for Deepdish here once they pop it, but no, it looks like Coconut does get picked by a Fire Strike. Great aim from Joe, yeah.
Gotta love the Fire Strike death. We all try hard to avoid it, but we all walk into it somehow. I want to see Phone get a hammer kill.
Let's see it. Hammer. Nope. All right, we'll see.
I was hoping on one of the last 2 remaining, Phone might go for a hammer kill. It is preseason after all. Come on,
This
get a
is-
little spicy.
yeah.
Get a little spicy. Oh,
Slimole
dead.
dies and Recurve.
This
I
is
think
really bad.
they're trying to end this here. This is really bad. I mean, they have less than 1 minute. Deepdish has lead. Like, this is going to be at least 3 fights that Volcanic has to win if they want to retake, and most of that's going to be in overtime. They are able to get the Monkey out, but Molten Core from Phone is going to make the point a death trap. Looks like it might be Bob, might be the only person able to do anything about Deepdish here, as they're looking to win this right here, right now. Volcanic do get some picks here. I was looking to secure. There's still, it looks like there's 2 on point for the side of Deepdish. No, it is now just only Joe. And Joe does get picked by the 2 members of Volcanic. But this is not looking great at all. I mean, the only person pushing cart right now is Cam. Coconut just switched to the Mei, so they're going to go in this fight basically down like most of their team.
Yeah, Coconut switching to the Mei here is interesting because you kind of have to get back to the point. And
Great play. Look.
Mei, got her.
Look at how aggressive they went there. I mean, but no, I guess Recurve just got back just in time and was able to get 2 picks. Window forced, and luckily, it looks like only one ult was popped for the side of Deepdish. But Volcanic, they're looking very good going in this next fight. They had to use the Nano and Primal, but they're going to have that rally, which will be able to keep them up in the fight.
Yeah, the rally here is going to be big, but right now Brent is close to that beat. If Brent can just finish building the beat, they can just go aggressive with it, walk onto the back line, and just end this fight right here.
Oh, absolutely. They're also going to have Window coming up here, so they are able to split up just a little bit, but Rally's now popped. We'll see once they got that beat. They're going to look to try and go aggressive here. Fight's really staging around this corner here. The beat comes out now. Glow gets an opening pick onto Recurve, and they're going to try and push full force with that. Trying to get the break here. And they do clean up. They're going to clean up this support line as now the Molten Core's out from Phone. She is now securing the point for Deepdish as there is now no one left on the point, and Deepdish have tied this up 2-2, and we're going to a map 5 clock.
Oh god, my wife is gonna kill me.
It is already 10 o'clock here, so this game has been going for quite a bit.
Yeah, this game is going quite well for both sides. Very back and forth, and it's kind of fitting here that we are going to a map 5 for the preseason final.
Yeah, I think yesterday was also a map 5, so this is great to see, honestly. And both these teams have looked really good. I'm really excited to see what adjustments we're gonna see going in here, because right now this is grand finals. This is the last map here. They have to win this now.
Yeah, both teams are gonna want to take map 5. You know, you kind of want to end the preseason on a high note, get that momentum going into the regular season when it starts. So I believe next week.
Yeah, you know,
I play and I don't even know when this thing starts.
You know, you got to get that good reputation on the Irish podcast early in the season, man. So, you know, this is one way to do it here. And both these teams have looked very good, though. So, you know, regardless of who wins, these are both very good contenders here for, I think, getting the championship in Season 11 Ascension tier.
Yeah, I kind of want to see, you know, what map do we end up going to for map 5? What is going to be the strategy for both of these teams? Deepdish, well, we know it's going to be Control. Deepdish has shown that they really like this Reinhardt rush comp, which is kind of interesting to see because nobody really runs the Reinhardt these days.
Yeah, but, you know, as a ride made myself, I'm welcome to see it. Honestly, it's fun to watch, and especially they're having a lot of success with it on these, you know, more brawl-oriented maps. But I think the big question here is, I'm pretty sure this is now Volcanic's pick, is I think the maps they have lost have been the ones where it hasn't really been their strong suit map. So we'll have to see. I mean, I think, yeah, Volcanic won Lijiang, so I don't know how well this goes into Deepdish if this goes to a map that's really not a brawl map, and this really goes into Volcanic's favor with their dive.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to see. I'm not even 100%
It's Oasis.
sure. Okay, so we have Oasis. There's different playstyles that you can lend yourself onto this. Obviously, University lends itself to Brawl. That's gonna heavily favor Deep Dish. But Gardens is, with that high ground, honestly kind of dive heavy. You see a lot of teams that like to run the monkey on there, but then you see a lot of teams that just say, we're gonna brawl, we're gonna run like a Ramatra or something, which we haven't seen the Ramatra out of either team tonight, so that's kind of interesting. But and then City Center is so many different things you can run. You can run the rush comp there, you can run the dive comp there, like it all comes down to personal preference. And I think Oasis is really that kind of map that each point can be played a little differently depending on your playstyle, so it's gonna all come down to execution for these two teams.
Yeah, I mean, both these teams have looked, especially in the neutral, because I think we saw in Lijiang where the neutral really mattered, and I think on Oasis it's probably going to matter a lot too.
Yeah, it's definitely going to matter a lot on Oasis as we go in. You know, we got to be kind of aware of what is each team looking to do on each map, and just kind of analyze the style differences and see, okay, maybe on University, like, it's going to more heavily favor Deep Dish because they do like to run that Ramatra that God, I got talking about Ramattra earlier. Now Ramatra's in my head. Somebody play some Ramatra. They do like to play that Reinhardt Brawl, but it feels like Volcanic really loves their dive. They love their Winston. They love their Diva. They just want to go fast, get in your face, and just go. And I will say,
Ooh, nighttime.
Volcanic has done a fantastic job of diving into suboptimal comps. Like, comps that they should not be able to dive into. They've been making it work. And what do we know? On City Center, Chicago Deepdish is running the Rhine Rush.
Especially the Rhine Bastion Rush, which I think is what we've seen tonight. But Volcanic finding their signature comp, so this is really just going to be a clash of styles. On this map, we're going to see both really come out here, and we might actually see Volcanic come out with a little bit of brawl as well. Ooh. Obese Chicken does get low there. If Coconut and Recurve are able to work these off angles, I think Volcanic might have a big advantage on this map here.
Coconut is currently going
unless you just kill. Yeah, unless Gold just kills Pharah, and then it's no longer a problem. But
yeah, that's what Res is for.
Yeah, they're very lucky to have this Res. Thank your supports, especially Slimole, for that big Res. And Fondo does get Apolm. I'm not sure how that happened, but Gold gets Coconut. Very reminiscent of last map where Gold was just killing the flankers. And that just allowed them to win New Queen Street. And again,
Gold is just, he can randomly find a pick at any point in time, and it really does keep Deepdish in some of these fights that they should not be in. Recurve was doing a lot of damage there on the Pharah, as evidenced by the fact he's 85% to his barrage. But Coconut does have the pulse bomb, and Cam is on the Orisa, so
Volcanic does have that nano barrage coming up though, as well as the pulse bomb, as you said. So I think they might have really good ults if they can surround them. Pulse bomb doesn't get anything. Cam is on this Orisa now, but these nades from Apolm are looking very, very good at, you know, putting pressure on Joe. Joe is low, but Gold gets recurve again. I mean, this is like, how many times has this happened?
But quite a few, and every time Slimemo's been there to res, and there it is one more time. Can't res that one though.
Yeah, no, you cannot. There is a cooldown on that ability, luckily. Yeah, no 5-man res, and now the overclock, which I think is gonna make it even more lethal. Game gets 1 HP, Mercy half, and Gold able to clean out with these kills, looking like a superstar already before the season even starts.
And Gold doing absolutely everything for this team right now on the Sojourn, just being able to pull these fights back where it looks like Volcanic's gonna get picks on the Pharah. And Recurve has decided he's had enough. He is no longer gonna challenge on that Pharah, as Slimole has gone to the Zen, so we have a Baps, or we have an Ana Zen double flex support with the Orisa here.
Yeah.
At 99%, Deepdish, and Recurve is dead again!
Are you kidding me? That must have been out of invis. Or maybe not, but another pick. Gold just eliminated the entire DPS line for like the third time this entire match. It's insane.
Yeah.
Cam is the only one left from this point. The huge nade, but Phone and Joe, just the combo of both of them just able to stick together and just eliminate the entire backline of Volcanic.
That was such a dominant 100-0 there for Chicago Deepdish. And now, with a 1-0 lead, we're literally looking at Deepdish having a chance to 2-0 this and end it right here and take the preseason tournament.
I think we'll get to see some replays here.
Yep. Oh my god. Game.
Oh my goodness.
Gold, teach me your secrets. I want to aim like that.
Oh. Again, another pick. So is this just a Gold montage? And the phone play was great. I mean, the 2 kills both of them got. Oh, I was excited to see this. We got the Brawl mirror coming out. We're going to see Volcanic play Brawl for the first time tonight.
Different styles, though. Sim May versus Sojourn Bastion. More pick-based from Chicago Deepdish and more sustain-based for Volcanic, looking to ramp up that Sim Beam and eventually run them over once they build it.
look at this rotation, though. Deepdish are opting to go to the high ground here. You know, set their Sojourn up for success. And, you know, Volcanic, their cup really relies around just bunkering down a position, just not letting anyone get through. But this Bastion turret's really going to allow them to push on the point right now, as they are shredding Cam's shield. They have to use the lamp, though, to stay alive right now. As Slimo gets low.
Joe is very low right now. Joe is taking a ton of damage.
Oh, wait, the boop.
The boop! Obese is
that's
gone!
a huge
Great play
pick.
from Slimo.
Obese is down. That's going to allow them to push up here. And, oh, the counterpin comes through, but Coconut there with the beam, able to clean up as well as recurve. You know, this Sim Maycomp may actually serve very well for them here against this Sojourn Bastion.
Look how far ahead Volcanic supports are on ults compared to Chicago Deepdish. Slimo a good 20% ahead of Brent. Aplom almost 30% ahead on the window. Aplom has this window here.
Yeah, this might be huge. And oh my goodness! Cam! You cannot do this in a preseason tournament. This isn't even the main event.
And now the Shatter.
3-man Fire Strike, and they have Shatter now for the side of Volcanic.
They only had to use one ult. Wait. They're baiting. They're gonna bait.
Oh,
Cam is hiding in the
please.
corner.
Oh, please.
They know.
No.
They know, but it's not gonna matter.
Big slam and almost the MTD off the map. That was a great play. Volcanic were really able to, even though that they found Cam, they knew exactly what to do. They moved in quickly and secured the kills where Joe was not able to react quick enough.
Yeah, that was a great little flank shatter there from Cam. As the Bastion all comes out to beat preemptively, but
big
Blizzard
block.
is down.
Volcanic, they blocked the Shatter. Blizzard out. Gold has this overclock. Can they get a kill to start this fight? It looks like not, but Volcanic are down their BAP. Ride and Sim now. And they're going to flip, but right now this is basically 99 Volcanic to 0 Deepdish. So we're going to have to see, they're going to have to win like 4 or 5 fights here if they want to have any chance at ending this right here.
Yeah, Gold does have the overclock here, and Gold is a scary person with those rails, and I would not want to challenge him here.
Yeah, watch out, John F. Kennedy. Gold's in the house here. You got to be careful when they have the railgun out.
Yeah, window forcing them to kite back towards the coast side. And there goes Cam.
Phone has been on point with these grenades and getting just these picks that Deepdish need. I mean, I think we've seen it on Kings Row. We've seen it on really, I think almost all the maps, probably except Dorado. But it's looked really great, this Bastion Rhine play from Deepdish.
They do have the window here from Aplom. Can they get another big window fire strike? Yes, they get Brent!
Oh! And that's the speed down, and they're gonna kite the point here. But Gold's in the back line. 2 picks! How many more? But wait, that actually is gonna allow Deepdish to retake. That was the most insane play I think I've ever seen. That was a crazy flank combo with the overclock. Got the 2 picks that Deepdish needed to hold on to the point.
Gold has no fear on this Sojourn.
No
he just goes into the back line and says, I dare you to stop me.
You know, I wish I could get away with that, you know, because I'd love to play like Gold.
Yep, the Bastion ult here coming out from Phone just to delay the push here from Volcanic. Does it find anything? No, it does
It
not.
gets stay from low, but they are able to stabilize and heal from it. Going into this fight, Volcanic, they have Blizzard, they have Sim Wall, and they have Beat. They have a lot of ults here.
Watch the wall here from Coconut. This could be huge.
Oh, the Shatter doesn't get anything for the side of Volcanic. They have to beat early. The wall coming out. Joe might get caught out. We'll see. Cam is lurking in the backline. Brent and Phone are now down as Deepdish just gets cut up into pieces.
Yep, Deepdish just wiped from the face of the map. Volcanic
Map 5,
takes.
round 3 time.
Volcanic finally found their footing after getting rolled on the first point. But you know what? There is no other thing I would rather see than round 3 on map 5.
Oh, look at that boob. Great play right there. All right, here's the Shatter, everyone, if you missed it. Oh, look at that. 3-man And then the window fire strike here got that crucial pick, but Gold went crazy in the back line. And unfortunately, we didn't get to see the 3-man window fire strike, but that was fantastic from Volcanic. As they're both running the brawl, I did not expect this. I thought we'd see more of a dive from Volcanic and more of a brawl from Deepdish.
Yeah. Basham versus May, though, is going to be the huge difference here for both of these teams. A lot more frontlining damage from Deepdish.
Yeah, this wall is going to be really crucial for Volcanic. As maybe Deepdish, they're opting to, you know, take low ground control. They just got forced back completely. And I think that's going to give them maybe a very good position here for Volcanic. And, oh, okay. Well, I think we all forgot about Gold and his random picks that he hits. So,
Yeah.
he's off. And Phone, of course. Cannot forget about Phone. They've eliminated the entire DPS line. And now the Baptiste and Bull supports. The whole team is now down. For Volcanic and Deepdish, I mean, they just looked great there.
This Gold and Phone DPS line, they just managed to find the most random pickoffs. Like, and that's what Sojourn gives you. Just the potential to be able to just insta-delete somebody on this Sojourn. Like, yeah, it leaves them 2 HP, but most of the time it's going to be a one-shot still.
All right, Volcanic, they're forcing the point. They forced the drop, but the turret on high ground might give them a lot of pressure on themselves. Where window coming out, Gold is going to have this overclock. Phone gets a crucial pick onto the Baptiste for Volcanic. Ablom is down, Coconut as well. Cam does get the Baptiste, and Recurve fell off the map, I think. Or
Yeah,
reset.
Recurve definitely was either resetting or they fell off. Either way, they went off the
Probably
side.
reset.
They went swimming. Unfortunately, in Overwatch, you can't swim.
You know, I think that's quite a shame. I mean, imagine if you could swim over to the enemy spawn. That'd be awesome.
God, the
But,
strats. Coconut on the
look-
Reaper now.
Ooh. Look at these also. They got overclock in the bash. Oh no, they're caught in a room. Oh, big slam! Joe went crazy, but I think we gotta talk about it again though. Deepdish had to pop 4 ults for that one fight there, and I don't think that's very worthwhile there.
I will say there was the ult from Phone there forcing out the beat from Slimal was huge because there they had to use it just to survive in that small little room instead of being able to engage on it. Shatter here from Cam is going to be massive here, especially this is last fight territory.
Oh, absolutely here. They do have the beat for the side of Deepdish, and they are going to opt to use it and try and push into the room. Oh!
Did he
Shatter
just
gets
shatter
blocked
into the
by their
wall?
own wall. Oh, poor Cam. Brent, though, is down, and Coconut does get gold. So right now, Volcanic are slowly gaining point control here as got the flank on the Rhine, able to eliminate Joe and Phone now as they do split the point, but it's 99-0, and I think Deepdish, they're looking really good here. I'd be worried if you're Volcanic.
Yeah, Volcanic knows that one fight is enough to end the tournament. Here with Deepdish currently not having any ults, though, the advantage is in Volcanic's favor as long as they're able to win the neutrals, but they do have ults, so they got to make sure they don't blow their entire ult economy right here.
Yeah, I mean, they got great ults to work with, but they... Oh! Or you can just be gold and pick off the Baptiste randomly.
That works too.
If Blizzard comes out, they are able to wall it off and stabilize for a second on the point. Oh,
watch
overclock
Coconut,
out.
watch Coconut,
Gold
watch
gets
Coconut!
jammed. Oh, Gold gets 2 picks. 3. Make it 3 for Gold. Again, showing how good they have been this Oasis. And they help their team secure the grand finals. Chicago Deepdish are your Ascension tier preseason tournament champions.
Not what I honestly expected. I will say Deepdish gave me a lot more than I expected out of them tonight. I was expecting kind of Volcanic to run away. Deepdish, I'm sorry that I doubted you. Like, you 100%
awesome.
should not have been doubted.
Look, it's the management diff. They got Dab Master Yuki. I mean, it makes the difference.
I mean, is it a management diff when Dab doesn't show up? But
Yeah, Dab.
overall, great series. A nice 3-2 right there. Chicago Deepdish are your champions for the preseason tournament. Just this was an excellent series to watch. I'm happy that I was here to cast this series. Entertaining value on both sides. Great plays from every role. Everybody gave it their all, which sometimes you don't always see in like a preseason tournament because teams don't care as much. But you know what? Both teams put a lot on the line and they were going at it. And you know what? It was just a joy to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it was just such a blast to cast. This is my second cast with Tranquility. I have to say, this has to be the best match I've ever casted, honestly. This was so fun to watch. And both teams put so much effort into winning. They adapted every single time, doing the best they could to win every single map. And it just looked so good to watch.
Yeah, honestly, like, I really can't say enough about this. This was just such a great series for both teams, and I'm really looking forward to seeing both of them in the regular season.
Oh no, we had to see that, but this play from Gold was just, oh my goodness, did you see that turn? The 180 flick? That was incredible. And I mean, this was a fantastic series. Congratulations to Chicago Deepdish. Also, let's give some props to Volcanic for their amazing performance. I mean, they looked fantastic, and these two teams are going to be great going into the actual Season 11 here.
Yeah, I definitely can't say enough about these two teams going into the season, and definitely looking forward to seeing more.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got one more match this week. It's going to be the Discord tier. I'm not sure what the teams are, but it is Discord tier tomorrow, grand finals for the preseason tournament. That's going to be a blast to watch. But before we go, I have to give a shout out to everyone in production, which is like a list of like 5 people. Oh boy. All right. So I want to give a big shout out to Meilu, who has been our producer tonight. She's done a great job. Big shout out to Dexatron, Hippie, Knock on Wood, Salty, and Unfeatured for helping us out. I know, this is hard because I read a little bit. I'm pretty sure, I'm not going to say who's replay and stuff. I know Dex is observing as well as Salty. So, big thank you to all of them. And I think that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Big congratulations to Chicago Deepdish. And we'll see you tomorrow for Discord tier. Have a great night, everyone. I guess we're going to look at the maps.
Are we clear? Is our audio
No.
off?
No. All right, everyone. That's the score right there. And have a great rest of your night.